That was my first time in the cocktail lounge, which they just renovated this year, but it's gorgeous. Wow, did you see those views? Aloha is Katie, and I've been meaning to start this video all day. It's a study with me on my iPad, on my laptop. Also, just for perspective, I know I seem like, I don't know, I'm in some ruin right now, but it's a really cool building, actually. It's Carmen Hall. Right now, for one of my classes, I have to write a blog post about some news article that relates to the topic of networks, which is one of my classes. And I'm writing about Hong Kong's protests and the extradition bill, and relating it to this concept called the strong triadic closure property, which suggests that if one node has two strong ties to two other nodes or countries, then there will be a third tie between the common friends. I'm just finishing that up. Today is a very chill day for me. I only have one class. It's my easiest day. Good thing, because I didn't do work all weekend. It was intentional. I have decided that starting from now onwards on Saturdays, I am not going to do any academic work. And some of my friends have been doing Sabbath Saturdays already last year because they needed a break. They just wanted to be able to rest, and I never adopted it, but it's been sitting in the back of my mind because for a very long time, especially in freshman year, I realized that I would not do any work on Saturdays, and I would always feel really bad. I decided I'm not going to do any academic work on Saturdays. I have enough on my plate in terms of extracurriculars, projects I'm starting, and YouTube. It really gives me plenty of time to just de-stress, do the fun things I enjoy that are also productive, and then that way it'll clear my head so I can start working around Sunday afternoon after church. In general, I just think it's such a big issue that a lot of people hear, and I'm sure it's not just at Cornell, but also at a lot of top institutions. Overworking and workaholic culture is just, I just want to break away from that. I came up with this concept called brain fuzz, and how I describe brain fuzz is when I accumulate a lot of work and things to do in a week, my brain starts to get cloudy and muddled with a lot of things, and then when I don't have a break or when I don't take time to rest, my days start to feel like they all just blur into one, because there's no distinction between the past and the present. Before I know it, I'm just going through life in the motions, not really enjoying the present or seeing each day as a fresh start. I also just think it's going to be healthier for having a steady life balance. I know I work better under time pressure and when there are deadlines, so I know it can be discouraging, or you feel like you're behind because everyone else around you is just non-stop working, even on a Friday night. But you know what? You're really on your own. As long as you get your stuff done by the deadline, you are good. Guys, Cornell is so peaceful and pretty today. Look at that blue sky. Look at that guy go! Fun fact, there's a squirrel watching club here at Cornell. My friend Ghislaine, yeah, I told her we were gonna cross this like sketchy, well not sketchy, but this random grass patch away from the road. Yeah, so that I can vlog in peace. We were just doing our reading for the environmental and atmospheric science class we're in. It was about climate proxies, which are indicators that belong to a particular geological period. Preparing for the quiz. I know we have a quiz, so I need a review. I'm just going to Cornell Health to refill my water bottle. I also discovered this terrace one day. It's part of Cornell Health, but that's the road I was just on, and there's a really nice little garden park area here. I'll show you. There's just a small stream going up all the way, and it's so peaceful. You can sit over there. It's just a really nice and peaceful spot I found. So I took a power nap and now I'm back in my dorm doing easy work. I have a meeting in 1.5 hours, but until then I'm working on an application for a product design class I'm taking, and we basically have to do a redesign for Venmo. So we went through the entire design process collecting user information, and then we try to ideate solutions for better design. Afterwards we will actually create them using Sketch. I actually learned a lot about Venmo through this project project because Venmo is very widely used on Cornell and I think in most college campuses because it's an app that lets people pay each other money and request money. What I'm working on is trying to come up with a different solution that lets Venmo notify users more effectively so that payment requests can be handled much faster and people don't have to go around on a goose chase trying to get their money, because otherwise this app would be complicating it. So these are some pretty rough sketches, but right off the bat, one thing I want to do is to have a notification alert if you have a pending payment. I didn't really like how you had to press the hamburger button to see your account details. I didn't think that was super intuitive, and so I wanted to replace that with a profile button on the top right. And I think it's a lot more standard. Like, look at the entire Google suite with Google Drive, Gmail, and also Instagram. And then the next phase is on my laptop actually recreating all these different Venmo screens to produce a new interface. And while I'm doing this, I'm listening to a podcast, Snacks Daily, which is supposed to be digestible business news. Update. I'm heading out to my meeting now, but this is my progress and it's better than I expected. So regarding incomplete payments, I added this header or alert that says you have 2 pending payments or whatever, and then you can either click there or also your profile will show an alert just so it really signals to the user and emphasizes that they need to complete the payment. Then once you click the profile, this is what I was talking about where I meant you'd be able to sort your payments by inflow and outflow or paid and received. So here you see all the ones you received and all the ones you lost. So these are the 2 options, but then to get to your pending payments, you click the alert and then you get a list of the payments. I still have to add the approve or decline buttons, but it's mostly there. And then these 2 bars are going to be for payment requests. So it'll be money that people are requesting from me. And this one will be for pending, so these are the ones that I request from other people. I found this case study really cool because normally I'm all about, oh, I like creating and making things that don't exist, but it's actually equally helpful to see what exists and how they can be improved. It gets you in the mindset to constantly be thinking of ways to improve, and for my personal growth, I think I'm already a lot about that, so applying it to design is a new outlet for me. I finished dinner and right now I'm working on networks with some friends, so we have a problem set. It's a lot of game theory this week. Y'all want to say hi? Yeah. This is
Tara. I'm Alice.
She's so done.
I'm Renee.
Hey. YouTube algorithm put one of my videos on their homepage and then we met. So this is
Amy.
How has this week been treating you?
It's been tough. You know, we have Orgo prelims coming up.
That's next week, right?
Yeah, I was just like in the library yesterday. I'm trying to do work. I have it at 11 a.m. this morning. I'm like, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, this is all my working for the problem set, and then these are my nice notes. Oh my gosh, what a mood. Yes, I'm back. It's 11 and I have to submit some applications because this week in particular there's a lot of recruitment going on. So I'm applying to a business club and I'm applying to the product design class I showed you earlier. Let me know what you think of this kind of video. I think I delved more into what I was actually learning in class, so it would give you a better idea. But if you want more iPad videos and actual study with me where I write up my notes and you see it as I do it, please suggest that in the comments below. The biggest thing I wanted to share in this video was whatever people are doing around you, whether they're stressing, frantically running around, or non-stop working, feel free to try to break away from that. In fact, I encourage you to take some time on your own because it's so easy to get caught up in that non-stop workaholic culture. I've been there, and what has significantly helped my mental state this entire week is rest. I very much believe in a work-life balance, so doing that has helped me compartmentalize the different things in my life and make them more manageable, because otherwise they are just one giant blur of things I'm just constantly trying to do. But by doing that, I'm not consciously being strategic about which thing to do. My advice, if you feel like you're just constantly on that grind, is to just take 5 or 10 minutes, sit down, write down everything you need to do, organize them, mind map it, and it'll help you put everything into perspective and organize your mental space. And that way, everything seems so much more doable. That, at least, is how I've been feeling this week. So I wish you guys the best. I know school is starting to ramp up for a lot of people. Midterms or prelims are starting up. I wish you the best. You totally got this. School and college are tough, but you are tougher. Study smart, not necessarily hard. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below and join our family. I am a college student trying to hustle academics, extracurriculars, and also my YouTube channel, so I'd really appreciate if you subscribed and stuck around. I upload new videos every week, and If you want to reach me, I'm on social media at AlohaKatieX, and I'm only a DM away. And before you go, please leave me a comment. I love reading them, and every video I pin one of your comments. I will see you in less than a week with another new video. Bye guys!